This is the annual FX Hackathon, an event that brings together a unique community of musicians, pedal builders, educators, and students, all for unique sound exploration.
That sounds about right.
The event was created by Dr. VJ Monzo and his Electric Guitar Innovation Lab at Worcester Polytech Institute, and it's graciously sponsored by the Les Paul Foundation. The FX Hackathon really has two parts. The first part is a Stomp Box build-off. It comprises teams of university students creating their own unique digital effects pedals with the aid of an experienced coach. And if you want an in-depth look at this portion of the event, I have a separate video documenting the 2023 build-off. Today's video is going to be focusing on part 2 of the event, which is technically a Stomp Box showcase, but there's much more to it, as you'll soon see. I want to start by discussing AVA Audio because they have a digital effects pedal that allows you to download and manipulate effects from their library. This digital process is similar to what the students are working on during the event while they're creating their own Stomp Boxes. But the students are actually going a step further by also programming the effects in addition to organizing and routing the sound. But this event isn't just about digital effects. Copper Sound Pedals helped set up the Sound Garden, which gave attendees the chance to try various analog builds in real time using their DIY kits. Copper Sound also makes some of the most unique pedals today, and their application isn't limited to guitarists. And while we're on the topic of analog, there were several boutique builders that specialize in analog pedals, including Electronic Audio Experiments, Fudge Roche's Pedals, and Cat Z Music Technologies. In fact, Cat Z Music Technologies has one of the most well-stated goals in all of pedal building, geared to help you create interesting but usable sounds. I just think it's funny that as musicians, we need to be reminded that our sounds must be also usable in addition to interesting. But the showcase isn't just about pedal companies. Emily Hopkins brought a beautiful electroacoustic harp and showed some of her unique use of pedals, and she also gave a few impromptu harp lessons for those interested.
If you want to scoot back a tiny bit, you can, just because it's supposed to like lean back on you.
As a funky guitar fan myself, my personal highlight was finally trying a Synth-X, and that's thanks to John, who is a great musician and also one of YouTube's Alan Holdsworth experts. And in addition to the harp and a Synth-X, there was also a cotton candy machine. But if you're not interested in food tasting, but instead sound tasting, Stompbox Sonic offers a unique service where you can basically try their amazing collection of pedals in different orders and configurations and even get advice on crafting a specific tone. They call it wine tasting, but with effects pedals instead of fermented grapes. Fishman has always been a great supporter of the hackathon, and my guess is they're the oldest company present, and by contrast, Poison Noises, founded in 2020, is one of the newest pedal companies that offers yet another extremely unique take on Stomp Boxes. Now, the hackathon is very much a living and evolving event, and thanks to VJ, it's been growing every year since its inception. There's really no way to predict how big or how beautifully strange it will get in the future. But one of the coaches, Gia Serrano, gave us an idea of how far we can take this hacking process.
The entire pedal is built into the back of my guitar. Instead of the 6 knobs, there's a 3-axis accelerometer here. This is like X, like Y, and Z. Knob 4 is this infrared distance sensor, which gives you a variable voltage, like from when you're putting your hand on top of it to like up to like a foot or two away. And then 5 and 6, there's these 2 potentiometers here that are like on this gimbal mechanism, like just like a PlayStation controller. And then it has a click switch that's also the same as the foot switch.
Andy Pitcher was able to show a bit of the motion effect while performing with the completed student Stomp Boxes. Another big thank you to the Les Paul Foundation and all of the wonderful vendors, musicians, and of course Dr. VJ Monzo at the Worcester Polytech Institute. Check the links below if you're interested in learning more about future events.